All right, I think we're live now. I think we're live, and we already have people waiting in the chat. Look at this. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we have, as you can see, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zack, of course. I love talking cinema and all things entertainment with all you beautiful viewers out there, and I love talking movies and everything else with these beautiful creators that I have with me, and this is going to be an incredible roundtable discussion. As you know, the Oscar nominations have just come out in the worst year alive, bringing nothing but horror and rants in their wake. So, here to help me out with this, three of the most intelligent cinephiles I have met in the past year or so. First up, we have fellow Bay Area native Lo Marcellus Durden on Twitter. How you doing, my friend?
Hello, sir. It is an odd day in the Bay Area. Rain, sunshine, we got it all, man. But Thank you, Zach, for having me. I'm truly honored, man, and I appreciate the kind words. If you guys don't know, I'm a co-host on the Suit Up Geeks Podcast, and I also help contribute to Geekly Goods with our man down below. Check us out at geeklygood.com. I'm happy to be here, and I have a lot of interesting takes. It was a very love-hate relationship with what was announced, so I'm sure you guys feel the same. So.
Yeah, I am happy to have you with us, my man. And next up, I'm very happy to have this next guest with us. Speaking of interesting tastes, or interesting takes, rather, if I can call it that. From Candid Cinemas, we have Amanda. What's going on?
What a great intro. I really appreciate it. That was awesome. I do have interesting takes, but everyone loves me. But yeah, thank you for having me on, Zach. I'm so excited to have this discussion with you guys, and thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I'm really excited. I really am, and I got some things to say. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, for sure. Happy to have you on as well. And last but certainly not least, been a long time coming for everybody in this chat, but we've been talking about doing a collaboration for a really long time. I'm glad I could finally get him on here. From Geekly Goods right here on YouTube, the one and only Leo Rydell. My friend, how you doing?
My friend, first and foremost, I appreciate you for putting this together, bro. Bringing us together to talk some Oscars. And yes, I'm glad we finally got to collaborate, man. So this is great, bro. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm here with some great creators, Loretto, Amanda, Zach, definitely in the chat. If you haven't, check out all their content. So good. But guys, let's talk about these noms, because there's some weird stuff in there, some good and some bad. So I'm definitely ready to talk about it, y'all. I mean, mixed feelings this morning. Mixed feelings.
Definitely. Absolutely. And I'm ready to discuss this with all of you guys. Before we do, though, I have left their Twitter handles and their channels all down in the description box below. Definitely go check all them out. Give them some love. Give them some subscriptions. Speaking of, if you haven't yet, hit that big red subscribe button for my channel as hard as you possibly can, and hit that thumbs up button also. That would be delicious. So here we are. We have a lot of categories to get through, and we have some people in the chat. JHC Studios in the house. He is surprised that Gal Gadot was not in leading actress for Wonder Woman 1984.
JHC, you said that earlier, and I thought you were joking, man. We're not for real.
Wait, is he joking or is he not joking?
I can't tell.
I don't think he's joking.
We're not going to judge on the channel, of course, but Luke is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Francisco from the Spoken Miss podcast on Spotify. How you doing? Awesome. We got Jacob Hubbard in the house, another great creator over here. What's going on? And my buddy Kevin, Zack Talk Live. Let's go. Yes, absolutely, because we got a lot to get to. Oscar nominations. Here we go. I'm going off of entertainmentweekly.com for this. Definitely not a cheap plug whatsoever. And just like the actual Oscars, we are going to save Best Picture for last. I don't know if I'm ready for this, guys.
I can't even already, but let's go.
Yeah, so we're starting off with Best Visual Effects right here, and we have a beautiful, just great list of movies right here, surely. We got Love and Monsters, The Midnight Sky, Mulan, The One and Only Ivan, and Tenet. You know, Lo, I'll let you go first on this one.
Yay! Okay. I will say this. I liked Mulan more than most. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it more than others. But I will also say I don't understand what it's doing in this category. Amanda, please help me. What was the name of Harley Quinn's hyena?
Bruce.
Bruce looked better than anything in Mulan did. So, I mean, not that the visual effects were all bad, but a lot of scenes were a little bit iffy for me. Some of the visual effects actually looked pretty bad, especially in the avalanche scene, and you couldn't really see anything. And some of her kung fu stuff didn't come off the way I wanted, and it was a miss for me. So I think it got a little bit of love, maybe because of lack of competition in the field. But I mean, I think Birds of Prey could have got in over that, but that's just me.
Yeah, it definitely could have. Yeah, but I feel like most of the special effects in Mulan were just slow-mo.
Yeah.
Does that really count, though? Like, all right, Amanda, take it away. What you got?
You know what? I heard Love and Monsters was good. So I think that a lot of people were praising the visual effects. So I'm happy that made it. I heard the Midnight Sky was not so good. Mulan special effects, as Lo just touched upon, it looked like it was a green screen majority of the time. And like the action sequences were really weird. It was just so weird. The movie itself, I did not like it just because I felt the story was so flat. But to nominate it for visual effects, like that's a stretch. Like I would have taken Wonder Woman 1984, which didn't really have the best special effects, over Mulan, because at least it looked like neater. It looked more polished than Mulan. The One and Only Ivan, I have to admit, had great special effects. So I understand why that's nominated. And everyone knows how I feel about Tenet. I don't know why it's here, but like,
come on.
It's what it is.
It's fine.
What it is. I'm
Tenet's
upset.
fine.
I am upset that the Invisible Man didn't make it, because those special effects in the Invisible Man, absolutely brilliant. So that snub really, really hurt me. And like Lo said, Birds of Prey should have been there as well. The reason why Sonic the Hedgehog is not there, I saw on the timeline today that apparently the VFX studio that worked on it closed down because of COVID.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it, unfortunately. But yeah, I would have had Sonic for sure.
Might I add, before I get to Leo, there's an interesting comment from Jacob down in the comments. He says, "Can I get a shout out to Invisible Man for what that year was? It's pretty good." And lo and behold, big goose egg for Invisible Man in the nominations. I'm hoping that's not just because it came out in February, but that's most likely the reason why. But all right, Leo, you got things to say about Tenet, I could tell.
Well, yeah, Tenet's great, so it belongs on this list.
It totally
the One and Only Ivan, definitely another great visual movie. And Tenet, think about the visuals that happen in Tenet, the reverse shots, the reverse time. Man, that is just a visual spectacle. It is visually really stunning.
Okay.
Mulan, The Midnight Sky, Love and Monsters, I haven't seen, so I can't quite judge. Sonic the Hedgehog not making this on here is an absolute critical mistake. Absolute mistake. And the reason why Sonic, the animated studio, actually closed down is because it got bankrupt due to actually having to reanimate the character. Yeah. So I would have loved for them to at least give him a nomination and say, you know what, like, you guys tried. Sorry that you closed down. But the fact that Wonder Woman 84 nor Birds of Prey made it on here is a crime to comic book movies.
Egregious. Yeah. Even though they were the only two comic book movies that come out this year, it's
one of them. I mean, come on, like, take out Mulan. And I know I look like a Mulan cheerleader with this on, but like, come on, take out Mulan.
I agree. Zach Pope, if he were here, would probably disagree with this. Definitely take out Mulan. It was absolutely boring. Midnight Sky as well. I did not like it whatsoever. Luke says it came as no surprise with the visual effects. It was just boring. It was boring. He's given some love to Love and Monsters over here, which is something I actually have not seen yet, Tenet, I have a full review of that on my channel. That speaks for itself. The One and Only Ivan, I was very happy to see that make the list, because it's something that flew under a lot of people's radars. I think
cute. It was cute.
Yeah.
I was there for Danny DeVito only.
Visually, it's great, but little boring.
For
was
sure.
Tenet, so
yeah, Cisco gives an F to this category.
oh shit.
Straight up F.
Damn.
Kevin says Midnight Sky just straight up sucked and the special effects were nothing special at all. Yeah, you know, hot takes all over here. It was boring. What's up, Deebs? Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome.
Vibes, what up, man?
The Mandalorian season 2 for movie of the year. On that note,
that makes sense coming from Dodd.
On that note, I think it's time to move on to our next category, which looks like that's production design. This is an interesting one. We have The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, News of the World, and Tenet. Tenet once again popping up, and production design. Very happy to see that. News of the World. Actually, I have a review of that as well. I really liked that movie. Amanda would probably disagree with me because Paul Greengrass and Tom Hanks reunite after the excellent Captain Phillips.
Thanks for telling me. Now I'm really not going to watch it.
Mank for the first time on this list. Yeah, you know.
Amen, bro. Like,
yeah, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom speaks for itself. I love that. And The Father is something I still need to see. So nobody go off in the chat down in the comments about how I need to see The Father. I better not see that because I know. So,
I'm confused because I'm going to see Father later this week. But do you guys know what period this is set in?
I think it's
like modern day, right? I don't know, I'm just kind of
baffled
by the nomination.
It looks like it. Yeah, let us know down in the chat where it's said if you've seen it. But yeah, no spoilers.
Real quick.
Nobody spoil that. But I'll just let you guys go off. Lo, what do you think?
Yeah, so I didn't mean to jump the gun there. I was just so confused. I was just so confused by the nomination because personally, it's probably not in the best picture running, but one of my favorite films of 2020 was Emma. I felt like that definitely could have got a production design nod in terms of like the Victorian setting and the way it looked, like with the sets and all that. I'm confused. Like, is The Father? Isn't he just in a house?
Yeah.
Isn't he just in a house with his daughter? Like, I'm so confused. But other than that, a lot of it makes sense. Whether you hate or love Mank or I haven't seen News of the World, but I mean that all makes sense. I think News of the World is that 18th century.
Yeah, it said I believe shortly after the Civil War. It's a Western.
Okay. So that makes sense. And Tenet. I'm actually a big fan of Tenet. So sorry, Amanda, but Tenet visually it's a spectacle. It's a treat. It's a Nolan specialty. Whether or not you could understand what they were saying, it was definitely enjoyable. So
that is an important part of any film.
Turn on subtitles.
Oh, so much effort. Tyler.
Yes, Tyler. Yes.
Tyler.
Tenet, baby.
No.
Welcome, Tyler. Welcome, Tyler. I agree. All right, Amanda, what you got?
I mean, I agree with Lo about The Father. There's people who've been writing essays about the production design and what it means in the film. So I guess I have to watch it to really understand it. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, like absolutely incredible. I adore that film. Mank is there because it has to be there. I don't understand. Like I can't. Whatever. Wait till we get to the other categories. Okay, I got a lot to say. Honestly, I'm really disappointed that Emma did not make it. Like Lo said, I thought it was absolutely stunning work, and I do think it should have been in there. And I mean, again, Tenet. Yeah. So if I had to pick anything from this list, I have to watch The Father still. I will give News of the World a chance, Zach. I promise you I will. And I'd probably pick Ma Rainey's Black Bottom for prod design out of all of these because Emma's not there. So
absolutely. Tyler says Tenet blew up a real A-plane for crying out loud. I'm assuming that's airplane, but
it's not enough. It's not enough. I'm sorry.
it's more than enough.
For sure. Yeah, Leo, save us from it.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say Tenet belongs. Fantastic movie, top to bottom. Now, watch it with subtitles, folks, because it is a little hard to understand, but it is a fantastic movie. News of the World, haven't seen. Mank is Mank. I figured it would pop up a lot here. I mean, it's a Fincher film. he hasn't directed a film in a few years, so. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Yeah, it's cool. I thought Ma Rainey's though had more of like a theater-ish set. Like, I don't know if it's fine. And then The Father I haven't seen. I'm surprised Emma didn't make it. Like, that's a little bit strange to not have that one there. But I think out of all of these, come on, y'all. Tenet. Easy.
Yes.
Tenet with the W.
No.
Oh, for sure.
Not to mention, you can rewatch Tenet and it's just like your understanding of the movie can change, completely shift. You can get the message more. Like, Tenet is just a rewatchable, wonderful film.
The fact that I have to put subtitles on to understand the film better is the worst thing you could say.
Are you not a subtitle person, though? Do you not put on subtitles?
Like, a film shouldn't. Okay, it just shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be like that.
If you're going to watch a film, aren't you going to watch it with subtitles most of the time so you can kind of understand in case there's a quip or a little audio bump? Aren't you going to put the subtitles on?
It doesn't improve the film itself. Like, if I can't understand what you're saying, then there's an issue.
I'd agree to disagree there. I think with some subtitles, it helps.
All right.
Not to come out of left field, but I just want to give a shout out to Chadwick Boseman's shoes in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Absolutely, bro.
Fire.
Oh my God.
Fire.
So good. If I don't know if Ma Rainey's is nominated for costume design. We'll get to that, but yeah, we'll see. Interesting prediction from Jacob Hubbard in the comments. He tells me, you know how I feel about Ma Rainey's theater-looking set, so it will win with the eye-rolling emoji.
Exactly.
What did people have wrong with theater?
Nothing. I mean, I just wanted like a more grandeur. You know what could have been on this list that didn't make it? Jingle Jangle. Did y'all check that out on Netflix?
Yeah.
Like, it had a very magical set. Like it looked really good. And they had these cool toy making factories. And I mean, it's like that would be better than Mank. I mean, let's be real. Like Mank, come on.
I hear that.
Deebs is loving him some Jingle Jangle. There it is.
I'm saying, nice. My man.
Yep. Jacob Hubbard, you are not the only one that watches movies without subtitles. That would be me as well.
And Amanda, apparently.
No, I watch too. I keep it on all the time, so I just train my eye. I'm just saying that if you need a film to watch and you need subtitles to improve what's already on screen, there's just something wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, sound wise. That's all I'm saying.
Kevin likes Leo representing the subtitle music community.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Subtitles
are the best, my man.
Gotta love it. All right. So next category we have here is a surprise for me. Oh boy. Here we go. Best makeup and hairstyling, folks. We have Emma Hillbilly Elegy. I can't say that title out loud without me inducing sickness to myself. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, of course. You have Mank, of course, and a Pinocchio. Is that the Guillermo del Toro one?
No, it's the Italian director. It's with Matteo Garrone directed it, and then Roberto Benigni plays Geppetto, and it's like an authentic retelling of the story. So
yes.
I'm surprised it's there.
Yeah, I was like, that can't be the Tom Hanks Geppetto version. That hasn't come out yet, but unless they've like gone 5 years into the future. But here we are. Here's Emma in best makeup and hairstyling. You happy to see that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Honestly, it was such an enjoyable picture. I saw it 2 times in theaters. I'm glad it got some nods here and there, and it made sense for that production with that time period. Period pieces usually get nods for that kind of thing, especially when they're well done. I haven't seen Hillbilly Elegy. I've heard a lot of negative and disappointed things. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. But Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I think that was a strong pick. I couldn't recognize Viola Davis at first. Yeah, she transformed not just herself, but like, all the work on her face was really well done. Mank, Gary Oldman looked different.
You're really trying to be nice about that one.
And I have more to say about that later. I'm saving it. But Pinocchio, I wish I had an opportunity to see this. I actually like Roberto Benigni. I remember seeing Life is Beautiful as a child, and I haven't really seen him in much since.
Yes.
So it's kind of cool knowing he's still acting and stuff. So maybe when I get a chance, I can check that out.
You should. It was
Yeah,
good.
I haven't
interviewed the
seen.
director. It was cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pinocchio. I haven't seen Emma. Ma Rainey's and Mank. I'm definitely not surprised to see them here. I'm just going to get this rant out of the way about Hillbilly Elegy. I did watch it, and I hated every last bit of it. I mean, Glenn Close's performance was fine, but I was so offended by that movie, I didn't even bother like filming a review for it. It made me that upset. But yeah, so I'm thinking like either Mank or Emma takes this one home. But speaking of rants, Amanda, what you got?
I'm really happy Emma got another nomination. I'm just happy it's there. It's in contention. Like people did see, this is what bothers me. Like people didn't forget about Emma, but they forgot about the Five Bloods. So just what in God's name? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, as it was stated, Viola Davis was unrecognizable. Like she transformed. It was an amazing performance. Everything about her look was fantastic. Glenn Close looked absolutely horrendous in Hillbilly Elegy. I don't even know why it's nominated. Like they made her look so like haggard, and like even Amy Adams, like it just looked. I mean, her hair was curly, bro. Like I get it, but oh my god, like I'm talking about like her face. Like why would you do that to her? Like I just don't understand. Like, again, Mank, what they did to Gary Oldman. No, it was just horrible to look at for the runtime, and it was just such a long movie. With Pinocchio, I understand the makeup and hairstyling. And fun fact, the reason why they cast Roberto Benigni as Geppetto in Pinocchio was because he was in a movie called Pinocchio back in the day, so they kind of came full circle. It was just really cute, and I love him. Said like I love Benigni, so it was awesome, that movie. So the makeup was really good in that one. And if I had to pick, I would do Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but also Birds of Prey isn't here.
Yeah, what the heck?
No.
But Suicide Squad won an Oscar. But Birds of Prey is not here, but Suicide Squad won an Oscar. So yeah.
And Birds of Prey was a million times better than Suicide Squad, which
real.
Yeah, it's a movie I was extremely generous towards when it came out, and like I've gone and rewatched it since, like just to go off on a random tangent, and it's not good. But anyway, Leo, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, so about the Birds of Prey discussion, Mulan made a couple of nominations here, but Birds of Prey couldn't. Like what? That blew my mind, man. But okay, so I haven't seen Emma, haven't seen Hillbilly Elegy either. But man, I don't know. I like the look of Hillbilly Elegy because I feel like they did like them tampering with Glenn Close and all. I feel like that's good for the makeup and hairstyling department, even if it does look messy. But it's like, okay, Glenn Close doesn't usually look like that. Give him some chops. Give him some props, guys. Give him some props.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that movie, and I guarantee. Is it that bad, y'all? I've heard really good and really bad.
It's watchable. It's watchable. It's not as bad, but like the performances kind of carry it out, or else
okay. I mean, Amy Adams, Glenn Close, like where could you really go wrong there?
Yeah, but Zack has an issue. So
I've got a huge issue that I won't dig too deep into. Tyler says Suicide Squad still is trash.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Same with the extended cut.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Ma Rainey's though
also
is
says Glenn Close's hair for the win.
Yeah. I mean, like I just the way they looked, I'm like, come on, you got to give them something. Yeah. Now, Ma Rainey's though, this is the best on the list. Like Ma Rainey's, just the way they transform, the way Viola Davis is just completely different, and then lost the weight right after. Like, girl, go ahead. But Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, amazing. Mank,
easily.
Mank, haven't seen Pinocchio, but sounds like it could be all right.
It was.
I'm gonna save my my Mank rant for later. I'm saving my Mank rant for later.
It's just Gary Oldman with ruffled up hair.
I just love that we keep moving the Mank rants like along until it's a bigger category.
What up, Mike?
Yes, absolutely. I got to say what's up to Mike in the comments. What's going on, my friend? But let's move on to, I believe this is our fourth category in this discussion already. Here we are. Best costume design. Emma is in there. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is in there. Mank is in there. Mulan, for some reason, is in there, and Pinocchio, as we were just talking about, is in there. Look at this.
How did Mank make it? Like, for real?
What costumes, apart from Amanda Seyfried? Like, let's be realistic here. Like,
Gary Oldman said, let me go sleep in bed for a couple of days, and I'm coming back to set, and I'm ready.
And it's not only like if it was in color, you could see the different suits, but like it's in black and white, bro. Like, what are we looking at here for costume design? I don't understand.
I would even say Mulan belongs here more than Mank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a movie.
Birds of Prey.
Yes. You're right. Where's Birds of Prey? Like, come on.
Yeah, where's Birds of Prey? Where's Wonder Woman 1984 isn't in here, but yeah. Mike asked, did Birds of Prey come out in 2019? No, it didn't. It came out in February of last year.
February.
No, last year feels like 5 years ago, but
it does.
I know. Oh, Cisco,
like
here we go. Mulan is just Hollywood straight up trying to just kiss Disney's butt.
Oh,
damn.
What's up, JJ? Did anyone even see Pinocchio? I heard no buzz about it.
Nobody's seen it.
It came out the same day as Soul and Wonder Woman 1984. So like,
no one saw it.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why.
It's hard, right?
That's why.
The yellow shoes made it in, so I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I was just about to tell you, Lo, there's a lot of love for Emma in the chat right here for this category.
Hell yeah. And
there you go.
Just to kind of continue on, I think I'll do a little bit of my Mank rant now, just to get out of the way. I know we all have a lot to say about it, but I just feel like this picture in particular is speaking to the Academy in a sense, because there are like every year there's always like a subcategory that the Academy, it caters to the Academy, whether it's a war film or whether it's a period piece. And Mank is an old Hollywood picture. And whenever you do that love letter to Hollywood, you go back to like Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was done well. They love that sort of thing. It's like that stuff caters to them. And it just kind of felt like Mank's nominations, like the plethora of nominations, just felt like a shoe-in almost, you know? So.
Yeah, 100%. And Jacob Hubbard has a very, very interesting comment to that point. Hollywood loves movies about making old Hollywood. That's why it was nominated.
More specifically, I was like, I was touching the same kind of stuff there. So,
more specifically, the Academy loves movies about making of old Hollywood, but like Once Upon a Time in Old Hollywood or La La Land to a certain extent. La La Land's a good example. Yeah. Except I love La La Land. Leo doesn't love La La Land for some reason.
La La Land put me to sleep.
Oh no. I like La La Land.
Why would you say it?
Ooh, fluff the pillow, y'all. I'm ready to go to bed.
Shit. Yikes.
Well, anyways, back to costume.
It's gonna be one of those types of streams. Yeah, back to costumes. Yeah, Ma Rainier. I'm happy to see Mank in here. Oh no, I'm losing connection.
No,
I'm losing connection. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, am I here?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. All right. Cool. So. All right, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I'm happy to see in here. Mank is Mank. Mulan, Pinocchio. Haven't seen it, but
has anybody seen Pinocchio?
No.
Besides Amanda.
Sorry.
All right. Well, I think we should go to the next category. Here we go. Best sound design. Best sound. They merged best sound editing and best sound mixing into one. We have Greyhound, otherwise known as Greyhound, your grandfather's favorite film. Mank once again. News of the World, Amanda.
Jesus, two Tom Hanks movies too.
What the hell?
I know.
I'll put A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood on here just because.
Is that what's happening?
What?
Yeah.
You hate Tom Hanks?
No, what? No, I never said that.
Who hates Tom Hanks? Hold on, I was confused.
Okay.
He's
you
my
can't be hating
uncle.
on Forrest now. You can't be doing that.
He just makes some questionable films that bore me,
I gotta go.
That's
I gotta go.
No, I'm just saying, I don't hate
man.
him. I love him. He's great. It's just Greyhound and News of the World.
Did you watch A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood?
Yes, that was the only movie that I loved recently that he was in, to be perfectly honest. He was
What
fantastic.
a beautifully pleasant film that was. Oh,
honestly, he should have won an Oscar for that, but that's a whole other conversation.
Damn it, Tyler. Damn it, Tyler! I should have known.
Leo.
But we also have the first appearances of Soul and Sound of Metal.
Yes.
Well deserved.
A great JJ Emanuel Films comment. Sound of Metal deserves this award. Honestly, I so agree with that.
Can I just say something before
Go ahead.
we move on? Can we just take notice that Tenet is not in the best sound category?
Well,
for reasons.
It's not.
For reasons. They noticed, and this is what we get, or else it would have been here for best sound. I just want to say.
Okay, let's look at this list then. Okay, so we got
Greyhound. Take it away.
Mank is the Academy darling. It's gonna get in there. News of the World and Greyhound. You know they like Tom Hanks, so hey, he made it in. So you can't have this sound category without Soul. That was the movie about music. Sound of Metal, another instance where it's a movie based on sound.
Exactly.
Sorry, Tenet, you just can't get in there. But I would have taken out Mank for Tenet, easy. That sound effect, them sound effects were tight, and the score was great. I mean, just
you could tell the difference because I couldn't.
Come on now. You just dumping on that movie because you don't like. Is that your hillbilly elegy? Is that it?
Hillbilly elegy it is. But Sound of Metal has to take this. I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, it has to. Absolutely has to.
Zack.
I'm sorry. As Lo would say, I'm sorry.
She's sorry.
I would in like a sweater or sweatshirt.
I would never. Yeah.
It's my
brain. But Lo, what do you think of this?
Well, I missed Greyhound was the one where Tom Hanks was in the water again, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. I missed it. I don't have Apple TV, so and honestly, I don't kill me, guys. I'm going to watch Sound of Metal this week, but I haven't seen it yet. I heard it's amazing. I'm rooting for it. But Soul was great, and I don't know much about News of the World, but it looks like minus the snubbing of Tenet, this one seems pretty spot on. So.
Yeah, you want a hot take? Leo's gonna be so upset with me. I honestly don't think Tenet was a snub here. I liked the Leo's gone. Leo's gone. I liked the visuals a lot more than the sound in that one, if I'm being honest. Like there were a couple of points where it came off a little wonky to me, but it's I still love it.
I think the Bois was more so the score than it was like the actual sound effects, which I thought were pretty cool with all the gunfire and all the reverse like sounds and it sounded pretty cool. I don't know, in my opinion.
The explosions and like the car backing up and swerving. I mean, it was just really well done. Like, I don't know. I think it could have been there instead of Mank. Like Mank for best sound. How did that make it?
Nah, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I agree.
The sound of old Hollywood projectors, like
music to our ears, Lo. Just crank it up, buddy. Crank it up.
Absolutely. A lot of love for Sound of Metal in the comments. Yes. Jacob still got to watch Sound of Metal. Luke is very happy to see it in this category. Sonny, what's going on, dude?
What up, man?
Boy, Mike.
Best sound got to be given to Sound of Metal or Soul, surely. Yeah,
absolutely.
JHC thinks Soul should win. As much as I love Soul, it's gonna take home another bigger award later on. But
hell's yeah.
What do you guys think about best sound blending, merging the categories?
I don't like it.
Of course you don't. But let's move through these awards.
But mixing and editing are two different things. You know what I mean? So like to blend them together, I think that's just low-key disrespectful to those people who work on those segments. You know what I mean? So it just sucks.
Don't they usually both take both of them though?
That's limiting the opportunities for people to win because those are two different jobs. So
absolutely. Before we move on, Amanda, do you have any other thoughts other than hating the Tom Hanks movies?
No, I just read Dives' comment that just made me die of laughter. But
yes, okay, I gotta show this. Best sound goes to Manda for screaming at all the Snyder Cut haters.
Oh, that is good.
Thank you, Dives. No, but like I said, Sound of Metal, hands down, should win. Hands down. That's all I got to say.
For sure. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that one. Jacob hates the mixing of the categories. Mixing and editing is so different. Amen. It's I can't wait to watch the Snyder Cut on another topic. Ooh, here we go. Moving on. Best original song. Fight for You from Judas and the Black Messiah. Hear My Voice from The Trial of the Chicago 7. Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest in their only appearance.
Yes.
Geo's, however you pronounce that, or Scene from The Life Ahead, or Speak Now from One Night in Miami. Obviously, no Disney musicals on this. No nomination. Yeah, no nomination for Over the Moon in this category, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I think I was very surprised that was a musical. I really enjoyed that one. I haven't seen Eurovision actually. I need to.
Good. It's so good.
I need to. Yeah. It's Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, it's way better than it has any right to be.
Oh,
it's true. It's just fun. Like if you want fun, that's the movie to go to.
No, it's definitely like classic Will Ferrell, man. Like it's fun
for sure. But I mean, as far as my prediction, I mean, this is one of the few nominations that One Night in Miami egregiously got. It's it should have gotten way more, but I think it should take this one home. But what do you guys think? I'll have Leo go first on this one.
Oh, okay. I really liked that Fight for You song and Judas and the Black Messiah. I wish they got some more nominations, which we'll get to this a little bit later. But what the heck was up with that Best Supporting Actor category? We'll get to that later. Speak Now, One Night in Miami. I think that has the best chance of taking it, and it was a fantastic song. I haven't seen The Life Ahead. Eurovision Song Contest is fun. I don't really think it deserves a song here, but... It was fine. I would hope Speak Now or Fight for You would take the W in this one.
Okay, for sure. Amanda, what do you think?
Okay, so I just want to point out that EOC Scene from The Life Ahead is the first time that an Italian woman was nominated for Best Original Song because Laura Pausini's his first nomination. So, yay! But it did win the Globe, so I don't know if it's going to go all the way here. I don't know. But it's a possibility. I absolutely adored Speak Now from One Night in Miami. I really do hope that takes it. Husavik is a great song, like it is, but Ya Ya Ding Dong, as Tyler just said, because he brought it up. If you haven't heard Ya Ya Ding Dong, please, for the love of God, just go listen to it. It will get stuck in your head.
Oh,
and I would have loved to have seen Will Ferrell sing it at the Oscars, but sadly, that's not what we're getting.
No.
But yeah, Over the Moon also was snubbed. Rocket to the Moon was a great song, as Dibe said. So, I don't know how. You got to flip a coin here. Fight for You is also good from Judas, but Speak Now 100% should take it. That's the one that I would go with.
Yeah, I feel like we're all in agreement on this. Lo, what do you think?
Hey, well said, everybody. I'm actually not hella familiar with some of the other songs, but I'm rooting for One Night in Miami. That was actually my favorite film of 2020. And to be fair, now that I'm kind of going back and thinking about the scene where Sam Cooke is performing to the audience without his music, and he's stomping and the crowd stomping, and I was thinking of the Ali fight.
Oh.
I think One Night in Miami got snubbed for sound design as well. Like the sound in that picture was wonderful. A lot of that picture, I think, deserved a little bit more love. But at the same time, I think the Golden Globe celebration that we got is about as good as it's going to get, obviously, because they didn't get a lot of nominations here, which I think is a little bit unfortunate. One Night in Miami is wonderful. I'm rooting for that one.
Yeah, me too, man. I really want to see it take some stuff home because it got... It was...
So
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But,
best director, we ready?
Yeah, best director. I'm ready.
Same.
Jacob says really early prediction: In the Heights wins this award next year. I would love that. I would love that.
Hopefully, but it's going up against West Side Story unless they add something new. So you never know because that could also happen.
We shall see. We shall see. All right. Next up, we have, let's see. Oh, here we go. Best original score, The Five Bloods. Yes.
Yay.
We have Mank. Minari. Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to be sick of saying that title by the end of this. Everybody in the comments, if anybody has alcohol or something in front of them, take a shot every time Mank is mentioned.
Yes, like Scorsese when they did that with Melissa McCarthy. Oh my god, it was so funny.
There you go. But we also have Minari in its first appearance on this list. News of the World once again, and we have Soul for Best Original Score. I believe that's another Reznor and Ross one. Reznor and Ross are on this list twice for Mank, and also for Soul. I would really love to see. I'd love to see Soul take this one home. I don't know about you guys, but Minari. I just watched Minari a few days ago. Absolutely loved it. Have a full review of it, and you guys have made it one of my most viewed videos already on the channel, which is awesome. But I think this one's got to go to Soul, if I'm being honest. Like, The Five Bloods had a really good score, and this is like, again, we have rants coming. But yes, I agree with everybody down in the comments. Tenet was robbed for Best Original Score.
Robbed.
I know.
Robbed, man.
Wow, Jacob.
Highway robbery.
No, damn, Jacob.
No, forget Mank. That's the one that could go.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Honestly, what's going to end up happening, and I hope it doesn't happen, is that Mank and Soul are going to split vote because of Reznor and Ross, and then Minari is going to take it, which I wouldn't hate.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate it either, because Minari had a beautiful score, but yeah. I know Amanda's got a lot of thoughts about The Five Bloods and the amount of nominations it's gotten, but I'll let you go first on this then. With
me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Five Bloods? Oh, you want me to rant now of The Five Bloods?
If you want to. I mean, if you like.
So what ended up happening when I watched it this morning was the fact that I saw The Five Bloods for original score, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, they didn't forget it. So they psyched me out this morning because I was like, okay, we saw The Five Bloods. We're like, cool. They remember them. It's going to happen, blah, 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 whatever. And then you see each category continue and continue and continue. And then there's nothing else. And it was just devastating because the film is one of Spike Lee's best. I absolutely loved it. And then no Delroy Lindo, no Spike for screenplay, for director, and then no Best Picture. And also, I counted the amount of nominees for Best Picture, and they're not at 10. So they could have fit another 2 or 3, which pisses me off every single year, because if the guideline is 10, fill the 10 spots. It's very easy. So yeah, I'll rant a little bit more, but that's the tidbit.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. And that's something that's always really bugged me about the Academy also. Best Picture, I don't think it's had 10 nominees since the first year it could do so, back in 2009 or 2010, whenever it was. It's been a long time, story short. But I agree with you. The Five Bloods snubbed.
Yeah.
Leo, what you got?
I was just looking at Dives' comment. Best original score goes to Loretto's Niners for 6 this season.
Oh, focus, Dives. What? Out of left field.
That was a bird, bro.
Session.
Hold on, you can't be talking, Mr. Eagles fan now.
Oh boy.
Thank you,
Mr. Carson Wentz.
How many wins did I get?
Carson Wentz was just traded to the Colts.
Ooh, what a burn.
Anyway, I know. Carson Wentz sucks. But anyway, Lo, what do you think?
This is actually one of the better nominated categories. I think everything here is pretty spot on. I will say, though, it does feel insulting to the production of The Five Bloods for the fact that the score is incredible, but dang, production design, writing, directing, acting, really none of that fit in here. And it's definitely disappointing. But I will say that between The Five Bloods and Minari, I'm rooting for those two. They're both beautiful. But if somehow Soul doesn't split the Reznor votes and takes it, I wouldn't be surprised either. But it's a very strong category for sure. I'm rooting for Minari and Defy Bloods, though. We'll see.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, Luke thinks it should go to Defy Bloods as well. The score is amazing. Jacob really loves the Defy Bloods. I'd hope it would get it just so it gets some love. Yeah, you guys are winning me over with Defy Bloods. I really hope it wins because again, Soul is going to win something else that we'll talk about later. And Kevin honestly thinks Defy Bloods wasn't that great of a movie, and he likes Spike Lee's films.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but all right. What say you? We move on. We're 45 minutes into the stream. I'm having a great time with everybody here. But
it's gonna get worse, guys.
I love it.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say,
let Leo touch on the score a little bit.
I just want to say about the score, Defy Bloods, and the beauty of that Marvin Gaye soundtrack. The way they arranged that was absolutely gorgeous, and it would be almost criminal to not give it the win. I know Soul is the musical drived movie, but man, the way that the Defy Bloods score sounded was phenomenal.
Absolutely, man.
Amazing.
I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Chat, I'm having such a great time with you folks as well. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. What the heck are you waiting for? You've made it this far. Hit that thumbs up button as well if you haven't yet. But I feel like these next few categories, unless we've seen any of these shorts, we're just going to be breezing through. But I feel like it's worth acknowledging. Best documentary short subjects: Colette, A Concerto is a Conversation, Do Not Split, Hunger Ward, and A Love Song for Latasha. Have not seen any of those. So it's, I
know that A Concerto is a Conversation has been like pushed like everywhere. So I could be a front runner. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. But we also have Best Documentary Feature: Collective, Crip Camp with the Mole Agent, My Octopus Teacher, and Time. I didn't really watch a whole lot of documentaries this year. I know Jared Buckendahl on YouTube definitely watched a few of them. Totally Under Control was one.
That was real good.
Yeah, part of me understands why it wasn't put in, but like, definitely well made. The Last Blockbuster is not in here.
That didn't make it in. Crip Camp is really good though. Very eye-opening about the disabled community.
Crip Camp. I need to watch that. For sure. Deeb says best documentary short subject goes to this podcast. Mank sucks. The end.
Heyo!
Oh God, I love it.
We got one-liners for days tonight.
Dives is having a fantastic time right now.
Freaking Dives. Okay.
He's halfway through a Tito's and vodka.
Happy Monday.
Mostly because his Eagles suck. But anyway.
Damn.
Heyo! All right. So, we got. Oh, okay. This category is a no-brainer. Best international feature film. We got Another Round, Better Days, Collective, The Man Who Sold His Skin, and however you pronounce that last category, because I don't want to butcher it. But guys, I don't know about you. I think Another Round takes this one easily.
Yeah.
Well, he got nominated for Best Director, which we're going to talk about later. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder what that quote Vadis Aida is about.
I wonder, yeah.
People have been raving about it on socials, so I think
have they really?
Yeah, it's worth to take a look. It was at TIFF, I think.
Zack, the plot thickens. It turns out Dives is 3 Tito's in.
Oh man, there you go.
Attaboy.
Feeling good, baby.
It sounds like nap time.
Eagles are the
Oh my God, dude.
Freaking love you, Dives. Thank you for being such a good sport. And Jacob Hubbard in the chat also roasting his own Patriots.
I love it.
All right. Best live action short film. I feel like this is another one we'll breeze through. But again, worth acknowledging, we got Feeling Through, which I hear is getting a lot of rave from a few friends actually on my personal Facebook. Actually, there you go. We got The Letter Room, The Present, Two Distant Strangers, and Wide Eye. Have any of you guys seen these?
Unfortunately, no.
Wait, you saw Pinocchio, but none of these?
How is How is there a correlation?
I'm just saying, like, hey, you're seeing the random stuff.
I actually reviewed one short film that was on the short list for the Oscars, and then I kind of bummed out that it didn't get nominated. So, but yeah,
you know what I feel like? I mean, I don't know, maybe after the pandemic, but I think it'd be awesome for maybe the Academy or just in general for them to do like a short film festival to promote these. Yeah, that'd be awesome. A lot of times, like I don't have access to see these films, so
yeah, no, I agree for sure.
I agree with that too. Yeah, you caught me while I was finishing the water there. All right, best animated short film. You got Burrow, which would have played in front of Soul had that played in theaters. Genius Loci or Loki, however you pronounce that. Definitely not Marvel related. If anything happens, I love you, Opera, and Yes People. I watched Burrow. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't Pixar's best, but I feel like that's what's gonna take this home because it's Pixar, and that's what always happens. But yeah. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Sure. Well, business.
That's like a left turn. Water? Like, are you?
You got to do the rest of the show that way. So, okay, this next category, see?
Yeah. Let's move on to the next category. Yeah. What's up? We got to say hi to Perp in the comments. There you are, Red. What's up, dude? Jacob says, "If anything happens, I love you" is great. Wow, there you go. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's just move on to best animated feature here. We have Onward. Yeah, love for Onward. Love that. It's underrated in my eyes. Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep movie, Farmageddon, which I had no clue was out.
Yeah. What? They reached into the bottom of the barrel for that one. Come on now.
No trolls. Sorry, I'm gonna.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you got so many more.
Anyways,
prominent ones.
Trolls.
Shaun the Sheep. Come on.
Yeah, you got Soul and Wolfwalkers. I think Sonny's comment really says my thoughts. Full on Soul or broke.
So for this,
what you got, Amanda?
I absolutely loved Wolfwalkers. I thought the animation was so great and different. So if they want to go with something different and unique, I'm not saying that Soul isn't absolutely fantastic, but Wolfwalkers does stand a chance to kind of go toe-to-toe with Soul. But they love Pixar, so like I understand that, and they'll probably go with that. But I'm so happy that Over the Moon got nominated. Just, oh my God, I'm so happy. But yeah, between Wolfwalkers and Soul for sure. That's all I'm going to say.
For sure. Lo, what do you think? What do you think takes this one?
I am also, I share the same sentiment with Over the Moon. I actually have issues with that film, though. Up until they got to the moon and it turned into a rave, that the first half of that picture is wonderful. It was a little bit inconsistent for me. I can't wait to see Wolfwalkers. I'm actually going to see that on the 20th. Yes. They're doing a little special screening over in my area. I'm not familiar with Shaun the Sheep. And I'm not crazy about Onward, but I did tear up. I think the ending's powerful, and overall, I feel like it missed the mark with me. With some, I didn't care for Chris Pratt's character, and some of the high school-y stuff was kind of just like I'm kind of over it. But at the same time, I get why people like it. Yeah, Soul looks like a shoe-in for me, but I'm rooting for Wolfwalkers. Like I can't wait to see it myself. So.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to see that too. Before I get to Leo, Luke has pointed out that Farmageddon is on Netflix, and he is a huge Shaun the Sheep fan. Okay.
Yay!
See, can I clarify? Is Shaun the Sheep? That's claymation, right?
Yeah.
Like he looks like Gumby, kind of.
It's the same guys as Wallace and Gromit, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not really into Shaun the Sheep, but that's cool.
God, I haven't seen Wallace and Gromit in years, man. Yeah, but Leo, what do you think of this category? Do you think Soul takes it home, or are you thinking Wolfwalkers takes it? Yeah,
I definitely think Soul does, but I want to agree with you guys. Wolfwalkers was just gorgeous, gorgeously animated, great story. I would love to see an underdog get it. Please not Shaun the Sheep. I'm sure that's not going to do it, but seriously, they dug to the bottom of the barrel to get that one. Over the Moon was great. Onward was good. I kind of didn't love it until the last like third, like to the last like 30 minutes of the movie when the dad comes back and excuse me, spoiler alert. That stuff, I loved that. But then the rest of the movie, not over the moon about it. So I would go Soul's getting it. With Wolfwalkers, I would love to get that. I had to sneak something in there. I had to sneak it in there.
That was an easy 2 out of 10 pun right there. But
hey, I mean, it's right on the sheet.
I
JJ Emmanuel, right on.
Yeah. Where's this comment? Yeah, JJ Emmanuel. Let me agreed. Onward was good, just not great for me. Need to see Over the Moon. Yep. Yeah, you do need to see Over the Moon because it's so good. It's a great musical, Leo.
Yeah.
Oh man. Leo. All right, look, I see about two musicals a decade, and that was one of the good ones.
It's fine until the moon becomes a rave, and it lost me.
Oh, hold on. By the way.
What's up?
What?
What's by the way?
Where is shoot, what was the Lin-Manuel Miranda musical?
In the Heights?
No.
Hamilton.
Where's that?
It's not a movie. It's not a movie.
That Disney Plus drop, guys.
It's not a movie.
They got it in the Golden Globes. I'm like, yo, that could have popped up on Score Over Mick.
They put Minari as foreign language. They don't count up for anything anymore, okay? Like, no.
I mean, I'm just saying it could have came up on one of these music lists.
No.
Yeah. Best
Hamilton, like.
Yeah, where was My Shot or One Last Time for best original song? Like, you know,
I mean.
Because it won a Tony. It's not for
the Disney Plus version is a movie. But the Disney Plus version is cut from multiple versions of the plays that's spliced together. It's a movie. All right, I'll drop it.
Unbelievable. Tyler says if Onward wasn't Pixar, it wouldn't be in here.
I agree with that.
Facts. Yep, I agree with that.
Man.
So we are in agreement that Onward is the Mank of this category.
No.
No. Farmageddon is probably more enjoyable than Onward.
I would beg to differ.
I don't get all the hate for Onward, man. But
he's just stirring the pot. He just comes in, but is it in the category? But oh no, not cats.
You know, I'm just gonna forget that the Cats musical and Cats does not exist in my book, and I'm a theater person. All right, what do we got over here? Best film editing. Best film editing. The Father, Nomadland in its first appearance on this stream. The Promising Young Woman in its first appearance on this stream. Sound of Metal and The Trial of the Chicago 7, which I believe we talked a little bit about earlier. I think it's a solid category. I wasn't the biggest fan of Nomadland's editing per se. Specifically, there were some other things that I enjoyed about it more. Sound of Metal's editing was just unfreaking real. Trial of the Chicago 7, I actually liked a lot more than most other people did. The Father, again, I haven't seen. Promising Young Woman was unfreaking real. I remember I said this in my review, I think, but I watched that at the drive-in with my girlfriend, actually. And there was a point in the movie where I literally almost turned over to her and I almost apologized for bringing her with me. But then the ending happened and she wanted to stand up and cheer. And I looked at her and I was like, so what'd you think? And she's like, oh my God, I loved it. And I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. But, you know, I really don't know what takes this home. Lo, what do you think?
Again, I think this is one of the better nominated categories. I need to see The Father. I will, hopefully sooner than later, probably by the weekend. Promising Young Woman was a pleasant surprise. Thank you. I think, Leo, you helped us with the screener on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. That was awesome. I got to see it exclusively, which was enjoyable. And I was surprised how much I liked it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but that ending was super powerful and it connected with me. It definitely had a lot to say in terms of like the way women are treated. And I thought it presented the story well. I missed The Trial of Chicago 7. I've heard mostly positive reviews though. So can't really speak on that one.
For sure. All right, Amanda, what you got?
Ready to go. Just throat clear, ready to go.
Yep.
I'm not that big of a fan of Nomadland. The pacing was completely off for me. It was a very slow movie, and I couldn't get into it, unfortunately. I absolutely adore Promising Young Woman. I thought it was really well done. Everything that was cut together, the way it was structured, I thought was excellent. The different acts, I loved it so much. Sound of Metal should take this because it was absolutely incredible, the work that was done in that movie. And then Trial, again, the pacing of the film. I know it's quick because of Sorkin and his screenplay, but again, like it was it's not his best. And I wanted it to be his best, but it wasn't his best. So I'd probably go with Sound of Metal for film editing.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I got to shout out Marcus in the chat. What's going on, my friend? We are moving right along with these categories. Leo, what are your thoughts on this little category right here?
I'll be honest. I also think that this is solid. The Sound of Metal is the one that I thought was just the best edited movie on this list. If we're talking strictly like technical editing, like I think it was cut incredibly. The pacing was well. Scenes transition very just perfectly. Like I could watch that movie and couldn't turn away. Promising Young Woman was a great film, but I just think you put Sound of Metal on this. It's got it. Haven't seen The Father. Nomadland. There were some things I really liked about it, but I agree with you guys. The pacing was just so slow that I just couldn't really latch on. There was nothing for me to just really latch on and enjoy. It was just so slow.
Yeah,
so not quite.
I'm with you guys on that point. It honestly felt more like I was watching a documentary than a fictional narrative, Yeah. I mean, there were the technical prowess on Nomadland is great. The direction, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I really don't know what takes us home, but I'm with Lo. This is one of the better categories, I think. But here we go. Next category, moving right along. We got best cinematography, guys. Judas and the Black Messiah. Yes. Mank, drink, everybody in the chat. News of the World. News of the World, Manda. Nomadland and the trial of the Chicago 7 is here. Real
Tom Hanks haters.
Yeah, no Tenet on this, which is egregious. I take Mank out and put Tenet in this category, please.
For cinematography. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Yes.
Yes. 100%. Okay, you know what though?
Zack.
Where's the Five Bloods, bro? Like, come on.
Zack, Dive's got another gold one here. Oh, hi, Mank.
That's it. Done.
That's it.
Drop the mic.
That's the one, bro. Oh my God.
Stole the show. Dives officially stole the show. Give him the Oscar.
Good.
Oh, hi, Mank.
Oh,
jeez. Oh, hi, Mank.
Oh, hi, Mank.
I'm going to say it now. Perfect.
I did not hit her. I did not.
You gotta love this. I'll let Leo go first on this one.
Okay. I definitely think no Mank. You can even put Minari. Like, come on, man. Like, Minari had a fantastic cinematography. I mean, it was just shot so beautifully. The colors were outstanding.
Yep.
Mank, come on, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Tenet absolutely deserved to be in this as well. The trial of Chicago 7, maybe not. Judas and the Black Messiah, though, definitely.
My God.
I would say this is not really that balanced, to be honest. I would say out of all of these, cinematography wise, Judas and Nomadland belong, and then the rest, questionable.
Yeah, question marks for sure. Manda is ready with bullets in the chamber on this.
Tenet's great. Don't forget that.
Oh, whatever. I absolutely love that Judas and the Black Messiah got nominated for this. It was beautiful. I loved everything about that movie from top to bottom. I loved it. Again, Mank is only there because, oh my God, it's black and white. The black and white aesthetic. If Mank didn't exist, then Malcolm and Marie would have been nominated because it's black and white. So that's
wasn't
why
it shot on
an
old camera? Like a vintage?
Which one, Mank?
Yeah, no, Fincher. Yeah, you're right, Leo.
Yeah.
He wanted to shoot it old style, so he used
Yeah.
all of that equipment from that time.
Equipment.
Yeah.
So, okay, that kind of helps, I guess.
Yeah.
He's trying. This was an Oscar bait film. It's an Oscar bait film.
Yeah.
It
Like,
really was.
That's the word, Amanda.
Like,
That's the word.
but like honestly though, like, does anyone really care about the screenwriter for Citizen Kane? Like, is there like for a film to be about a screenwriter and the script was that dull? I'm just like, oh my god, I couldn't deal with it. I just couldn't do it with Mank. Anyways, it should like whatever. It's there. I didn't really care for it at all. News of the World, I will watch for you, Zach. As I said, Nomadland was stunning. Like beautiful work. I think if anything takes it, it should be Nomadland. And as you said, Minari definitely should have been up here. What great cinematography was in the Trial of the Chicago 7?
Yeah.
What are we looking at? Like, I don't understand. So I just didn't get why that's there. But if anything takes it, I would probably say Nomadland for sure.
Same. Minari should be in here over Chicago 7, I think. But
One Night in Miami could have made it here too.
Yeah,
it really could have. Yeah.
News of the World.
And then shout out to Jacob in the comments who will be like, "Oh, but it's a play. What cinematography is in there?" And I'm like, "It's good cinematography, dude." But all right, Lo, take it away.
You know, to piggyback on that, Zach, One Night in Miami definitely escaped the stage very well comparatively to other plays that hit the screen. So I will say, though, Minari and The Five Bloods getting snubbed here literally wrecked me, because if there was anything you could have given those movies love for, that's two movies that should have been in here. I can't speak for what deserves to be taken out, especially because I haven't seen Child of Chicago 7, but it just feels like that's probably the one, and maybe Mank, but you know, it is what it is. This is what we're dealing with. I think Nomadland is a shoot.
Oh, your mic is muted.
Mike's muted.
Oh crap, was I muted the whole time?
No, just that little
Not the whole time.
That was weird. All right, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I would say, like, I think Nomadland's a shoo-in, but I'm also kind of rooting for Judas. I just saw it last night. It's fresh in my mind, and some of those clips of just the way they shoot Fred Hampton and Daniel Kaluuya, and it's just it's such a moving picture. It flipped up my list. It's kind of fighting with One Night in Miami right now, but Minari's right there too. So Judas was a great film. We'll see what happens. I think Nomadland's a shoe-in though.
Buying that Blu-ray for sure once it comes out. Yeah, I'm hoping Judas takes this just to show it a little bit more love. Yeah. Trial of the Chicago 7. Okay, let me just clear something up. Those of you who watched my review, I gave Trial of the Chicago 7 an A+, and that was probably not, that was probably a little bit generous on my part. I mean, I still really like it, but it's
but if you want to give it an A+, my man, go for it.
Well, because I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 the first time I watched it. Yeah. So I'm with you there. I am.
Definitely want to rewatch it though, because the cast is just too damn good. Got to point out Jacob Hubbard, who's such a good sport in the comments. He says, "Give me Lighthouse black and white before Mank." Notice that the Lighthouse did not get any nominations, and I'm still so mad about that. Dibes, best Amanda topography goes to the time I screamed at her on her show after the Snyder Cut trailer.
That was so bad.
Wow.
Oh boy. Jacob says the courtroom films were really well filmed to me. Courtroom scenes, rather. I said courtroom films. It's been,
it's been a day.
it has been quite the day. But all right, best adapted screenplay. Borat subsequent movie film. The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami. Yes, The White Tiger. I'm really, really hoping and praying to God that One Night in Miami takes this. This is okay, I'm about to get so much heat for this in the chat, but I just don't find Borat funny. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, Leo.
I chuckled. I don't think it's like, I don't know.
Borat had a script?
Yeah, exactly, Lo. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the brilliance. That's the brilliance. It's the improv.
Why is it adapted? Like, that's where did it come from? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, why is it adapted?
Kind of basing it off of life, and they're actually like in. Yeah, no, that's kind of a weird question. That's kind of a weird one, huh?
Yeah, like it wouldn't be an original story. Like that doesn't make any sense. And there's like 15 writers on the freaking movie. Like,
yeah, there's so many.
I felt bad for Priyanka this morning. She's like,
okay, well, I think it's the same reason why Nomadland is, because it's based on secondhand stories, I guess, or they were inspired by stories that were told to them to film this or whatever. So
yeah, that makes sense.
For sure.
I still don't like it.
For sure. Before we get to more extended thoughts, hi Rosa in the comments. Thanks for coming by.
welcome.
JJ says no love for Palm Springs, broke my heart. Thank you.
I got snubbed.
Thank you for saying that. There is a big snub that I want to get to in a little bit, but Sonny also says, if you would have told me a Borat sequel would be getting these types of noms a year ago, I never believed you.
Dude, same.
Yeah, but like I said, last year the Error 404 year is the worst year alive, but that's it is what it is, you know. Academy loves politics, so they giving it to Borat.
Yeah.
God, I hope not. I'll let Manda go. I'll let Manda go first on this one.
One Night in Miami has to take it. 150%. But I know that Nomadland is the front runner. I really don't know why Borat's here, and I don't know why it got that many nominations. I think I just don't get it. We're gonna talk about supporting actress after, because I'm just like, yikes. The White Tiger was good. I watched it, so I understand why it's here as well. But like, Borat's just putting a damper on it for me. I just can't do it. But what's gonna take it home is going to be Nomadland. But I would love One Night in Miami to win.
I really would too. I'll let Lo go next on this.
Well said. Like I said earlier, One Night in Miami was my favorite film from 2020, and I'm rooting for it. At the same time, like, I wouldn't be mad if Nomadland won, but I feel like the strengths of Nomadland is more so in the directing and the cinematography versus the actual script.
Yes.
And I love Chloe Zhao. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for her, but I don't think this screenplay was worth it over One Night in Miami. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Leo?
Oh man, it's got to go to One Night in Miami. But I'm very excited that Borat's subsequent movie film made it. I just One Night in Miami has beautiful lines, a beautiful script. I mean, it's a movie about a conversation, and it's captivating the entire way through. So yeah, incredible. It's got to go.
Absolutely. Luke agrees. One Night in Miami was awesome. He needs to review it on his channel. You should.
Yeah, Luke.
You should. Absolutely. JJ says One Night in Miami should win. Kemp Powers is a force in writing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
100%. It's a beautiful, beautiful script. I really hope it gets some more love. But here we go. Best original screenplay: Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. Thank God there's no Mank.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Oh man, guys, I feel like this is the best category we've touched on so far. These are all really strong scripts. I feel like it'll be very tempting for the Academy to give this to Aaron Sorkin, but man, I'd love to see Promising Young Woman take this one, but just because it was just so snappy and just so well aware, like self-aware of itself, and loved it. All right, Lo, what do you think?
Ruin for Judas. It's fresh in my mind, and it's captivating in every sense of, from the first opening line to the finishing dialogue and the tragic ending. It's just beautifully well done. I'm rooting for it, but at the same time, I think Sound of Metal might give it a run for its money. I mean, Sound of Metal has a lot of momentum behind it. So those are two, like, this is loaded. You said it, Zach. This is a really strong category. Like, not a lot of bad choices here. So I think it's gonna be tight.
No way. It really is. Yeah. I think it'll be a surprise, like, a pleasant surprise for anybody that takes it home. But
definitely.
What are you thinking, Leo?
Oh man, the strongest category we touched on so far, and Judas and the Black Messiah had lines in the movie that just shook me to my core, guys. Like, it was phenomenal. I mean, his speeches were great. Like, just very well written script. Now, No, I was thinking, do any of them not belong? But honestly, I'm just looking. I'm like, if any of these win, I won't be upset. Really,
me neither.
Like, I like them all.
This may be one I'm like most looking forward to once April 25th rolls around. So just because I'm curious to see what they choose. But before we get to one of these comments, Amanda, what do you think?
It's a fantastic category. They all deserve to be there. All of them offer something emotionally. And I think Judas and the Black Messiah as a whole just had such incredible writing. Storytelling as well was just great. And like Daniel Kaluuya, his speech is just freaking phenomenal. And like Keith's storyline as well. And his delivery of those lines, again, like really strong. Minari is very good. It's just the fact that it's kind of like one note. Like I love it, but it's just very steady. You know what I mean? Like there's not that much happening, but it's a beautiful film. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like there's not as much that I remember like line wise. Promising Young Woman is a knockout of the first two acts. Tyler mentioned it in the comments. The ending is what kind of loses it for people. As much as I love the film, I completely understand. So as a well-rounded screenplay, I don't really think it's going to take it. I would love for it to take it, but I understand. Sound of Metal was different, very effective. And then it's Sorkin for Trial of the Chicago 7. So I get it. I'm fine with whatever, but like Judas has my heart.
Yes.
JJ really does not want Aaron Sorkin to win this category. But hey, Aaron Sorkin's one of the best screenwriters alive, man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So Judas, I'm piggybacking off of all of you guys. That was just such a moving film. One of my most viewed videos on the channel, by the way. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Almost a big 1,000 on that one.
Nice.
Which is crazy,
nice, man.
It's insane to me. But
damn,
that's
all right.
Things are heating up.
Yeah, they are. Here we go.
What in the world happened here?
Yeah, best supporting actor. We got Sacha Baron Cohen for the Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, Paul Raci for Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and the Black Messiah. I'm just going to say, Leo, I really love this category. I don't know about you. I thought Sacha Baron Cohen was like one of the best parts of Chicago 7. Daniel Kaluuya, that
right.
Like, I don't even need to say anything. Just go watch his performance. It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield, similarly. Leslie Odom Jr., awesome. Shout out to Paul Raci also. And one of my buddies back home is actually really good friends with the guy. I'm so happy to see him in this category, but it's a great performance. But I mean, I'll be happy with any of these guys taking it home. I'm thinking this is Kaluuya's to lose though, based on the Globes. But
sure,
I'll be happy with any one of these. Leo, I'll let you go first on this.
So why do we have two supporting actors from Judas and the Black Messiah? That was like my big what? Like I was just like, okay, it's called Judas and the Black Messiah. It's about the traitor. Lakeith Stanfield is not a supporting actor in this movie. So what the heck? Like they're kind of self-sabotaging there. So I'm like, okay, what? Didn't really like that at all. But I mean, the rest of them stacked up. I mean, honestly, Sacha Baron Cohen is the most memorable part of the Trial of Chicago 7, in my opinion. Eddie Redmayne, I don't know what it is about him, but I don't know. He just never really grasps my attention as much. But Sacha Baron Cohen being in it definitely helped push that story through. Daniel Kaluuya, he's got it. I mean, I think it's just hands down. He has it. I don't think anybody else can really take away from that. But Leslie Odom Jr. and Paul Raci both had very strong performances in the movie. Oh my God, especially Paul Raci in Sound of Metal. Incredibly acted. I mean, what a wonderful role he put on. But seriously, what the heck? Judas and the Black Messiah 2 for Best Actor Supporting? That's got my brain boggling. What is going on there?
Great point, Leo. And just to piggyback off of that, JJ asked a great question. So who is the lead in Judas and the Black Messiah?
The audience, I guess, because nobody else.
Dominique Fishback must have been the lead.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
J. Edgar Hoover.
All right, Mando, what you got?
So the nomination for Kaluuya and Stanfield kind of reminded me of The Departed because it was Wahlberg, Damon, DiCaprio. And I know DiCaprio was in the best actor category, but it was kind of hard to like navigate that, especially with Damon and Wahlberg. So that's what it kind of reminded me of. And in the supporting actor category, they split the vote. Or else, Mark Wahlberg won, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
I think
anyway, they split the vote for Leo. Never mind. Anyways, regardless, they tend to split the vote. So I do think that fingers are crossed for Kaluuya, but it's a possibility that if they do that, now that they put them in the same category, it could go to Sacha Baron Cohen. Or, hopefully that doesn't happen. Like, I would love to take Kaluuya, but they fumbled the ball on this one. They really did.
See, and can't be Sasha. Like, over Daniel Kaluuya? Come on.
Nah.
You never know.
As much fun as I had watching him play Abby Hoffman, who had a really nice cameo in Forrest Gump also, like it's I'd like Daniel Kaluuya as well. But Lo, finish it off, my man.
Sorry.
You're good.
I was looking at the comments, that's why I was distracted. But just I don't want to linger too long on this, but it's just I don't understand. I think this is insulting to the audience because Lakeith Stanfield is literally the story's written in his point of view. It's his narrative. It's his from beginning to end. It's his story. I'm confused. But regardless of that, this is Daniel Kaluuya's award. I don't see how he loses this. I am a revolutionary, and like what is war is politics. Politics is war. Politics is war without bloodshed. And even like the small, it's a complete performance. Even the small moments where like he's with Deborah, and he's like, she's like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna be shy. He's like, and just just a look, just the way his mannerisms, the way he moves, the way he talks. It's just whether he's loud or quiet, it's just a complete performance. I think it's his award to lose. As much as I love Leslie Odom in One Night in Miami, and I mean Lakeith is great, but it's insulting to the audience to nominate a lead actor in this role. But anyways, it's to me, it's Kaluuya or nothing. So
yeah, just amazing speeches. And like this was something I didn't mention in my review for it. Before we move on to the next category, I'll just do that while I'm saying it. But I agree, Judas, I think, had a lot of parallels to The Departed, which actually is my favorite Scorsese film. But I definitely see that. But I'm really hoping they don't split the votes on that one. I think it's Kaluuya's to lose just based off the glove. But oh boy. Supporting actress, guys. Maria Bakalova for Borat's subsequent movie film. Yay! Tells you what kind of category this is. Glenn Close for the movie that shall not be named. Olivia Colman for The Father. Amanda Seyfried for the movie The Dives shall not name. And Yu Sung Yeon for Minari. So, listen, guys. Glenn Close was probably the best part of that terrible film, but I don't know, man. I really think that the girl from Minari gave the best performance out of all of these, and this is coming from someone that has not seen The Father. So, I mean, Olivia Colman will probably take it home just based off of, her history with the Academy and, her win for The Favorite, which I really think is just weird. But, it's Amanda, save me from this misery. Save me from this misery of looking at this category.
Okay. Yo Jung Yoon was fantastic, so I'm really happy that she got nominated.
Yes,
really happy about that. So, if she's there, she could steal it, which I'd be very happy about. However, we look at this category. You put Maria Bakalova in here, and I honestly just disagree with this nomination. I'm sorry, Leo, but it's the truth. I watched Pieces of a Woman, and Ellen Bernstein had a phenomenal performance in that film. She was absolutely fantastic. And the fact that she got snubbed, just like this whole award season it was so wrong that they just snubbed her. I completely disagree with Maria being in there, but having Maria in there, okay, Glenn Close is going to take this freaking Oscar. She's going to take it because you have Maria in there. So I have a very strong feeling that the way that this is set up in the category with these nominations, she's a shoo-in because guess what? They owe her. And there you go. That's all I'm saying.
That.
Yep.
I mean,
Oscar to Razzie. Oh my God.
It's gonna happen. I will literally I'm telling you, I'm gonna put money on it. It's gonna happen. No, we don't catch that in 4K. No money on that. I'm sorry.
I really hope not. But Leo, what do you think? Do you think Maria takes it?
Don't be dogging on my girl Maria Bakalova, okay? She was great in that movie. Love the little investigative part she played in it. Really think she belongs here. Now, Glenn Close, man, snubbed for the wife. Snubbed. So I definitely think that she should take this, if anything. But my personal favorite is Yoon Ye-jung. I thought she gave an incredible performance in Minari, and it was just great following her and the grandson. And Alan S. Kim won an award. So hoping to get some more Minari love, and I think this is one that it definitely deserves some love in. Amanda Seyfried was actually the best part of Mank. So I could see her being on this list totally. Haven't seen The Father, but I could see Olivia Colman snagging it if the role is really that good.
Yeah. I still need to see The Father like Lo does. What do you think, man?
I'm not gonna lie, I really can't speak to this category, but I will say that how'd you pronounce her name, Leo?
Yoon Ye-jung.
Okay, Yoon Ye-jung was amazing. And again, it's just one of those things where it's just a complete performance. She's funny and she breaks your heart, and she's so subtle with some things, but some things she's just hilarious. Such a heartwarming performance. I don't think she'll win, but she's got my vote. So
yeah, I'm really hoping that Minari takes this one home, just because I don't want to say that Hillbilly Elegy won an Oscar, but
your hate for that movie's deep, bro.
Yo, they skipped her up for the wife.
It really is. Yeah,
so
I know.
Give it to her. Give it to her.
I know. It's
real quick, because we were going pretty long here. But how do you guys feel about? Oh, they should win one because they deserved it for something else. How do you feel about that?
How else would Leo DiCaprio win his Oscar for The Revenant?
Exactly.
Or Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman?
Exactly. Yep. Don't even get me started with Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman, please. I hate that wing so much.
They deserve this one.
I rant all the time about that one. I can't believe it. Please
give it to Glenn Close, because they didn't give it to her for the wife.
It's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you. Look at this. It has to.
All right. We got Best Leading Actor here. Oh boy. So Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal. I'm so happy to see that. Chadwick Boseman, may his soul rest in peace, for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Anthony Hopkins for The Father, which I hear is great. Gary Oldman for that movie, because I don't want people to die from alcohol poisoning in the chat. And you also have Stephen Yeun for Minari. I'm very happy to see this. It's an extremely diverse category this year. Really, as much as I love the man, I'm really hoping Gary Oldman doesn't win this. He really shouldn't. This is Chadwick Boseman's to lose.
Yeah.
This is if you've never seen his performance, it's those speeches that he had, he should just win an award for those alone. You don't even have to look at the rest of the movie, just those monologues that he has. That's it. All right. Let's go with Lo first on this.
Another loaded category, man. I'm so happy Stephen Yeun didn't get snubbed. I don't know if Lake Heath or Delroy Lindo could have squeezed into here, but they were deserving. I can't really speak about Gary Oldman's performance. I think it's one of those, he's been in the business for so long, and he's getting that kind of that love from the Academy, it seems like. I heard Anthony Hopkins is amazing. I don't want to speak on that too harshly, but Chadwick Boseman was just so magnetic. It's not even just the "Where's your God" monologue. It's even the passionate ones where he's "Wait till you hear my music, man. I'm gonna get my band together, and wait till you hear how I play it." And it's just being a musician myself, speaks to me. That film speaks to me a lot, and I really felt his character, and I felt him through that character. And I think it says so much about Chadwick as an actor. He just pours himself into what he does. So I'm rooting for him. My heart's with Chadwick. I've heard so many amazing things about Riz Ahmed. So for him and Steven Yeun to get the love, you love to see it, especially diverse, people of color getting these nominations. It's just amazing.
Absolutely. I'm loving all the Walking Dead love in the chat, by the way. He was one of the best parts of that. Hey, Amanda, Tyler wants Gary Oldman to win for the Chaos.
No.
He has one. He can sleep through the Oscars this year, like he did with his performance in May. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. That was way too harsh. I'm so sorry. I'm going to take that back. Shit. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I know you got bullets in the chamber for this one, so I'll just let you unleash
I'm
here.
going to take that back. I'm so sorry. But like, Delroy Lindo could have easily made it over Gary Oldman. Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Like, that's a slap in the face to Delroy, who gave one of the freaking best performances of last year. It's impossible that he's not there. But everything else in this category, everyone else, like, I really do need to see Anthony Hopkins in The Father. And as Rosa said in the comments, he's absolutely outstanding. And I need to watch it. It's just a very tough subject matter for me to get into. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. But like, it's between Chadwick and Anthony Hopkins at this point. Having Riz and Steven in there, like, oh my God, I screamed this morning. I was so happy. But that Delroy snub, just not it. If Gary Oldman, guys, I just can't do it.
Leo, yes, absolutely agree. Delroy Lindo was snubbed. Jacob says to take Gary out and put in Delroy. Yeah, easily the best part of that. Chadwick Boseman, I mean, he was nominated for this and not The Five Bloods, but Delroy should have gotten a nod. But Leo, do you think this is Chadwick's to lose?
First thing I want to say is that it is an absolute pleasure to see how diverse this category is.
Yes.
I was very happy to see Steven Yeun make it in, Riz Ahmed make it in, of course, Chadwick Boseman. They could not build this list this year without Chadwick Boseman in it. Yep. So it was a pleasure to make it in this. I really do wish Delroy Lindo made it in. The problem is it just came out so early. And I want to actually say it came out before each and every one of these films on here, that it ended up getting buried in the shuffle. It shouldn't have, and I'm not saying that that's any kind of excuse, but that's what happened with The Five Bloods, in my opinion. I really wish they could just substitute Gary Oldman with Delroy Lindo, but unfortunately not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
That was such a that was a dagger in the back, folks.
Big goose egg in the comments or in the nominations rather for Delroy.
Huge. I think it would be criminal, absolutely 100% criminal if you did not give it to Chadwick Boseman, though. That performance in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was absolutely incredible. And what I love about Chadwick Boseman is he's just able to play so many different characters and bring a new, fresh feel and energy to every single character and performance. And he just does that again so well here. I mean, what an incredible character to kind of see this stick of dynamite kind of run through the movie, and once it culminates, we see, oh my God, this is who this guy really is. An incredible movie. Incredible.
Absolutely.
An incredible performance. Rest in peace, King.
Can I say one real quick thing, Zach?
Yeah, of course.
You know what's frustrating with Delroy Lindo is he's been in the game for so long. He's had so many amazing performances.
Yep.
Who knows when he'll have the opportunity to get this again? And at the very least, he deserved the nomination. You know what I mean? It's like, those career-defining roles don't always come around, and this was his moment. And I feel like all of the awards have robbed him of that moment.
Yeah, I agree.
It's egregious, for sure. But I agree. I'm piggybacking off of you guys. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. I think that would be a beautiful tribute to him and his legacy. Gone too soon. Miss him every day. But let's see. Best actress in a leading role. This is something I've been telling everybody was going to be one of the most loaded categories, and it is. Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Andra Day for United States versus Billie Holiday, which I haven't seen, but it's a Lee Butler one. I definitely would like to see that. So we also have Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. It's guys, this is a fantastic category. I don't know about you, but I'm really pulling for Carey Mulligan to take this one home. Am I cutting out?
You're good, man.
You're good.
Smooth, bro.
Am I cutting out?
Smooth as a stick of butter. You're good.
Am I good?
You good, bro?
All right, cool. All right, I think, man, this one's gonna be tough. I'd love to see Carey Mulligan take this one home. Vanessa Kirby would be great. McDormand already has one. Viola Davis has at least two, I think. But I don't know, man. I think Carey Mulligan was just a stick of dynamite, similar to Chadwick Boseman. She just went off. But yeah, I'll just let Amanda go ahead and go first on this.
Viola's incredible. Honestly, if I didn't love Carey Mulligan as much as I do in this performance, like Viola would take it, to be perfectly honest. She was brilliant, just absolutely brilliant in that role. I still have to watch United States versus Billie Holiday. I heard Andra Day's performance was stellar. Obviously, she won the Golden Globe, as we know. But the film is kind of so I'm going to try to struggle through that. Vanessa Kirby was a surprise today. I didn't expect it, even though I loved her performance in Pieces of a Woman, but there's not really enough traction because there wasn't a campaign for her as of late. So I don't know how that's going to go off with the Academy voters. McDormand already has one. I don't think her performance was that strong in Nomadland to carry it out. Like I said, it was very slow as before, pacing, and then her performance didn't really click. Carey Mulligan has the chance. She has the shot. She is my pick for this freaking category.
For sure. A lot of love for Carey Mulligan in the comments. Some people are saying Viola Davis is their favorite. Cisco is saying that down there. What do you think, Leo?
Well, I think this is a great category. I mean, just each of them. The thing about Andra Day is that she actually was the best part of the United States versus Billie Holiday. So good thing that she's on this list for that, because I won't get into the movie and what I thought about it, but wasn't that great. But I really I love every performance on this. I agree with you, Amanda. Frances McDormand didn't really pull that movie through. It didn't pull me out of the slumber I was almost in watching it. Not to be too harsh, but I think for me, if Viola Davis, Vanessa Kirby, or Carey Mulligan take it, I'm not going to be upset. I think each and every one of them put up a fantastic performance. I love that Viola Davis completely transformed, though. I love that. I mean, Ma Rainey was just a force to be reckoned with. You better get Ma Rainey that Coke.
Yeah.
But yes, Vanessa Kirby was amazing too. I mean, seriously, the beginning 20 minutes, or what is it, 5, 10? It's about 20, huh? When the birth scene.
I will never have children.
Whoo, that was crazy. Talk about y'all. I was in tears watching that. Tears. I mean, just screaming down the face. Really powerful performance. Carey Mulligan, amazing and promising young woman. I didn't mind the last third, though. I thought it was actually a pretty cool, different thing to do. You know, it wasn't a typical move. I thought it was something creative and something new, and she still won. So I enjoyed that. If anybody takes it here, I'm cool. But I guess my top two are Viola and Vanessa.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Lo?
I think this one's tough. It's a crapshoot. I think I remember when Pieces of a Woman dropped, all anybody was talking about was Vanessa Kirby. And then obviously it's one of those things where the film landed in the wrong time of the year. It didn't get campaigned well, if at all. If that's correct, Amanda. And I think this category is loaded. I mean, obviously, I know you guys aren't as high on Frances McDormand and all that, but I thought it was an effective performance. I wouldn't say she deserves to win. She just has that clout on her name because she's a two-time winner, I believe. Two-time. Viola Davis was wonderful. God, it's funny because at first you're like, God, why is she like that? But I loved her explanation for it of, I give them crap because once they have my voice on the record, they want nothing to do with me. And I just love the fact that she bends them to her will. And
amazing.
Powerful performance there. Carey Mulligan was great. But again, I don't know. I think between Kirby and Mulligan and maybe Viola, they're all going to kind of eat into each other in terms of voting. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but I'm rooting for somebody fresh, maybe Carey Mulligan, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that Carey Mulligan takes this one, but it's like I said, Lo, it's a crapshoot for sure. Tyler says United States versus Billie Holiday is the Bohemian Rhapsody of this year.
God, that is accurate to a T.
Oh, now I want to watch it.
God, note that this is their only nomination in this whole on this.
It's
whole
a
list,
good reason why. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. Remember when that won Best Editing?
I mean, seriously, did they watch the table scene where they're all meeting together and the camera's just partially cutting around? I'm like,
yes.
What are we doing?
Absolutely. It's ridiculous. All right, but here we go. Getting right down to the wire, folks. I hope you're still with us. Thank you all so much. Best Director, Thomas Vinterberg for another round. Gotta love seeing that. David Fincher for goddamn Mank. Yep.
As the stream has gone, you've gotten like angrier and angrier every category.
For goddamn Mank.
And this is coming from someone that gave Mank a B+. I'm really sick of seeing Mank on this list. But you also have Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, which was a pleasant surprise. You got Chloe Zhao for Nomadland and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. The first time more than one female has been nominated for Best Director at the Academy Awards in 93 years, which is awesome. I am really hoping one of them takes it. It's probably going to be Chloe Zhao between the two, just, again, based on what happened at the Globes and just seeing the pattern. I'm really hoping that it's not David Fincher, as much as I love the man, but okay, I'm just going to get into this rant right now, if you guys don't mind. Mank is one of David Fincher's worst movies.
Oh, period.
And he hasn't put out a terrible, egregious film, but I only think that's better than The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which is just ass backwards. But like, I'm glad that he got to make Mank, but like, when you don't nominate something like Seven or Gone Girl for Best Directing, I don't know if he was nominated for The Social Network or not, but like, point being, like, all those films, all those thrillers that he makes, all better than Mank. So, I'm really
Fight Club.
Yes.
Like, how do you not get that nominated, but you get Mank? Come on, bro.
Like,
I know.
Social Network. Yeah. I mean, Gone Girl. You can go through his whole filmography and just say, yep. Mank, how?
Gone Girl was literally a slap in the face for two reasons. Obviously, Rosamund Pike, but we're not going to get into that.
No.
Joke. My God.
Yeah. And by the way,
speaking to me right now.
Oh yes. Some big stuff.
Huge misses.
Shaka King, Spike Lee, and Regina King all snubbed. I would have loved to have seen Regina King, especially nominated for One Night in Miami, just because it was beautiful. But the Academy just decided to recognize Fincher for one of his weaker films that's not a thriller for some reason. But yeah, quick announcement before I get into my my panel's thoughts. I am planning a ranking of David Fincher's films podcast. That not counting Alien 3 because that doesn't count. But yeah, so yeah, look out for that. I'm gonna let Lo go first on this.
Thank you. You know, what a pleasant surprise out of, like, you know, all of these nominations were a mixed bag, but Lee Isaac Chung, man, good for you to partially tell like a little bit of your life story and bring it to life here. And it was such a moving picture. I saw Minari for the second time in theaters, and such a wonderful picture. You know, no offense to Emerald Fennell. I think the strength of Promising Young Woman was the writing and Carey Mulligan's performance, obviously. I think Regina King or Spike Lee easily could have got the nod over either Emerald or Fincher. Yep. But, you know, who are we? We're here now, and this is what we're dealing with. But I'll say this. I'm the lone, I think, defender of Nomadland here. I really, really, really like Chloe Zhao. I think she's got this one. And I would just say, I know you guys felt it was a little slow and a little dull, but I think it was essential to that story to have that, feel the isolation and feel the lone wolf that Frances McDormand was, and not having anybody, and just you needed to sit with her in the van on the road and looking at the mountains. Like you needed that because that's her world, you know. So for me, I was really into it. I enjoyed it, and I don't know if it's because I saw the writer almost back to back with it, but there's just something poetic. It's almost Terrence Malick like. And the way she moves to the camera and the way she takes her time, she really lets the scenes breathe. And I just feel like Chloe Zhao has a special eye for stuff like that. And maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, you know, to quote Spike Lee a little bit, but I really liked it. So I'm rooting for Chloe Zhao as a fellow Asian. I'm rooting for her. So we'll you know, go Chloe.
Yeah, go Chloe indeed. And let me just for the record state that I do not hate Nomadland. Again, I just like there's nothing wrong with the people that love it, but it's like I don't know. It felt more like a documentary to me. But Manda?
I just honestly I love Emerald Fennell. I really do. But I would have gone with Regina King instead for One Night in Miami. Perfect. Like, I love her. Again, the direction was good, but the writing was 10 times better. I would have taken Fincher out and add Shaka King or Spike Lee because I do think that Judas and The Five Bloods were incredible films and they couldn't have, you know, done a better job. Honestly, they were both fantastic. So out of this list that we do have, I really, I do think that Lee Isaac Chung is going to give Chloe a run for her money. And it's going to be between Minari and Nomadland, because as we said before with Nomadland, it is a bit slow for my liking. I think that on the technical aspects, she will take it for directing. But for Best Picture, it's not going to go her way because of how well-rounded a Best Picture, you know, winner is supposed to be. Not hating on it, just saying that the technical aspects were better than the story itself.
Amen to that, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But Leo, what you got, my friend?
I mean, that was fantastically said about Nomadland. This is its strong suit, though. Nomadland did have very powerful directing. The way that the camera moved was incredible. And I like what you had to say, Lo. It does feel like there are so many moments to breathe in that movie. And that's what's so magnificent about it, but it is slow at the same time. So it's like you're not really like, oh my God, because it's kind of a slow movie. Minari, though, I mean, just looking at that movie was an absolute spectacle. I think Lee Isaac Chung taking this would be amazing. Like, what? That would be great. I don't think he's going to beat Chloe Zhao, though. Come on, Mank. I mean, you said it perfectly, Zach. Come on now. This man has a filmography of masterpieces, and you're going to put Mank in there? Come on.
7. Panic Room is better than
Fight
Mank.
Club.
Fight Club. It's
the Social Network.
Zodiac.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it's just like you can name 10 better films than Mank, and somehow it creeps its way in here over Regina King for One Night in Miami, guys.
Over
how did that
Shaka
happen?
King?
Over Shaka King? Over Spike Lee? How?
Come on.
How? I thought that was criminal. Absolutely criminal to leave at least Spike Lee out of it. I'm like, come on now, like give Spike his give him what he deserves, man. The Five Blood was amazing. Come on now.
Yes. Cisco doesn't want to make
don't do it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Do not watch that movie.
Do not waste your time. I looked at it halfway in and I thought, oh, is it almost done? No, I had an hour and a half left. Do not watch it. I'm telling you.
You made it 30 minutes in. I was nodding off.
I was ready to fall asleep. I'm like, is this how it's going to be for 2.5 hours?
You hit that pause button. When you hit that pause button and see more than an hour left, you like, damn, man. That's not a good thing.
God,
absolutely.
Another round. Right. Glad to see Thomas make it, though. That was
I gotta watch it.
That was great.
I'm excited to watch it.
Me too. But ladies and gentlemen, strap in because here we are. Best Picture. You have 8 worthy contenders here. Mostly worthy contenders. The Father, The father is there. Still need to see that. Judas and the Black Messiah. Very happy to see that here. We'll just skip that third one.
Wait, I need to take my shot, Zach. I need to take my shot.
Sing it in the most pissed off voice. Say it. Go.
Mank.
See, that ain't no water. Take the big gulps. Yeah, all right.
This is from a non-alcoholic here, but yeah. Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. So listen, everybody. No Defy Bloods. No Soul. No Soul. Thank you, Jacob. No Soul. That should have been nominated for Best Picture, because if Up and Toy Story 3 can get nominated and Soul is better than both of them, like,
yep.
Come on, guys. But yeah, no Soul, no One Night in Miami. Did I say that?
No, you didn't. But
no, that's a good one. That's
that one hurts.
Yeah, that just crushed me because I gave it my perfect grade, and the Academy just.
Like even Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I would have had up here too.
No,
you know what I mean, like I would have.
Yeah, I mean, Mank and Ma Rainey are both on Netflix. Take Mank out and put Ma Rainey in.
For real.
Like
substitute.
Let's switch them up.
Unreal, yeah. Oh, JJ says no Tenet, Leo, and no Birds of Prey. No Invisible Man, but
jokes on you, Leo.
No Sonic.
Look, no Tenet don't belong here. Let's be real.
Yeah, you know, I'll be. Yeah, Tenet probably not, but I liked it more than Dunkirk, and that was nominated for Best Picture. But
amen, bro.
So yeah, everybody's picking Judas in the comments. I'd love to see that. Yep. Yeah, I'll let Manda go first on that front then.
Well, we just went. You know how we just went through it. I hate that there's not 10 nominations every single year. I get pissed off because you could literally just put them in. What's stopping you?
Yeah, why do you think they do that? Why do you think they do that?
Like, I have no idea. I really don't. Like, you could have fit. What do we have here? How many are there?
There's 8 of them.
8. Two more. Like, there, we literally just named majority of them that could have been like
One Night in Miami and Defy Bloods. Easy.
Literally, boom.
Easily.
That's it. Done. So those 2 snubs, I'm just blown away that they didn't include them. My pick for a well-rounded film for Best Picture, I would take either Judas and the Black Messiah or Minari. Those are the 2 like top movies as like a well-rounded film. If Nomadland starts taking the technical categories as she will, then it could win Best Picture. Usually screenplay, director, picture, screenplay, director, picture, it's on lock majority of the time. So we'll see how that works. But I would take Judas or like Minari hands down for Best Picture.
I'd be happy with both of those. Rosa's saying, mark my words, Trial is winning this.
For the love of God.
It's got a good shoe in for it.
How does Parasite win last year? And then we get Trial this year for Best Picture. Like, come on.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna give y'all one treat, and then we're gonna mess y'all up the next year.
we're gonna give you a treat, and then we're just gonna say, hey, Aaron Sorkin,
Psych.
Good to see you again.
Right.
What do you think, Lo?
Honestly, Amanda took my thunder here because I thought I was gonna be coming out left field with that, but I feel like in terms of deserving pictures, I think Judas and the Black Messiah had a great story to tell. It had powerful performances, epic moments, great directing that was snubbed, and hopefully it gets the screenplay Oscar. But if it doesn't win here, I think the dark horse is Minari. Amanda kind of stole my thunder there. I think that it's such an American story. I'm not saying that we're speaking to a bunch of farmers in the Academy, but I mean, you can't get any more American than that. And I love the struggle of being, an Asian American myself. It's nice to see those stories be told. I'm sure my mom and dad would appreciate it coming from a third world country, coming here and then seeing like on screen, seeing Stephen Wen and his family struggle and what they have to deal with to make it here. And it's just incredible. Story of perseverance like that, I think would be a lovely victory for that film and that production team. But stranger things have happened. Rosa probably said it best. Maybe Charles steals the whole thing. Green books us.
I mean, it's the safe choice. If you really look at it, it is the safest film on this list.
Well, technically, Tyler has given us the safe choice in the chat, and I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
Oof.
You're the best, Tyler. But Kevin's saying that the Croods 2 got snubbed.
There's a ton of love for that lately.
I wasn't even a fan of the first Croods, if I'm being honest. But it's all right, Leo. Wrap it up. What you got?
Okay, so how did Tenet not make it? Y'all? No, I'm just playing. Backing up,
there it is.
The Five Bloods and One Night in Miami not making it in here is criminal, and the fact that they have 10 slots without putting those 2 in, I'm like, really? That is absolutely just horrible. Mank, I agree, could be subbed out for Ma Rainey's if you want to put a Netflix on there, or even Pieces of a Woman. But I don't know, man. I think Minari actually has a really good shot. I don't know what it is, but I just think if we're talking about well-rounded, I think that it has a very well-rounded base on all of it.
Jesus.
Like Rhea?
Like a circle.
How do you draw a circle again?
I love that. I'm gonna be doing that all year.
There you go. Yep.
Ooh, but if Judas snagged it, oh my goodness, it would definitely absolutely deserve it.
I would love if Judas and the Black
Messiah. I would stand up and cheer.
Same.
Yeah.
I'd be screaming. Yeah, me too.
Just all over the moon about it.
Lose our vocal cords along the way, but I think I'd honestly be cool with any of these except for the third one on the list. And keep in mind, I have not seen The Father, so I still need to watch it. We all still need to watch it.
Yeah,
my friends, I think that just about wraps everything up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been recording for almost 2 hours up to this point. Wow, this has been such a fun discussion. Thank you all to Lo, to Amanda, to Leo. This is we got to do this more. We got to
absolutely
love it.
Yeah,
that was fun, man.
So down. Yeah, definitely expect to see them on my channel again very, very soon. Hit subscribe on all of their channels. I don't care what videos you're watching on my channel right now after this. Go check them out. Their links are in the description box. On your way out, hit the subscribe button for myself as well, as hard as you possibly can. On the road to 600 and counting. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out as well. That would be fantastic. You guys are awesome, seriously. And with all that being said, Back Talk commence. See you next time, and we'll all do the Rhea thing on our way out. Yeah.
Half Raya, half heart.
Right? I was like,